Hey there, amazing listeners. Welcome to It's Storytime Kids, your favorite place for incredible stories from around the world. I'm so excited you're here today because I have a wonderful story to share with you. It's called The Broken Promise, a heartwarming tale about friendship, misunderstandings, and the power of forgiveness, set in the colorful city of Jaipur, India. Before we begin, remember, you can see beautiful illustrations of this story and read along at once upon a storytime.in. That's www.onceupon-a-storytime.in. Now close your eyes, take a deep breath, and let's travel together to a magical courtyard in India where our adventure begins. The monsoon clouds hung heavy and dark over the colorful houses of Jaipur. Can you hear the pitter-patter of raindrops? The air smelled sweetly of wet earth mixed with something delicious. Fresh rotis cooking in a nearby kitchen. In a peaceful courtyard, 7-year-old Arjun sat cross-legged on the cool marble floor. He carefully arranged his wooden blocks, each one painted in bright reds, yellows, and blues.
Arjun, wait for me.
The voice belonged to his best friend Rohan, who came splashing, splash, 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 through the puddles in the narrow gully outside. Water dripped from his school bag as he rushed through the old blue wooden gate.
I saved the best blocks for you.
Arjun grinned, his eyes sparkling as he pointed to a special pile of smooth, painted pieces.
Let's build the biggest fort in all of Rajasthan.
Now, you should know that these two boys had been best friends since they could barely walk. They shared absolutely everything. Their lunch boxes filled with yummy aloo parathas, their slightly wobbly cricket bat with a bent handle, and their big dreams of becoming great builders, just like the ancient kings who created Jaipur's beautiful palaces.
Boys, come meet our new neighbor.
That was Dadi, Arjun's grandmother, calling from the doorway. Her white sari rustled softly as she beckoned them inside with her wrinkled, loving hands. Standing beside Dadi was a girl with the brightest, most curious eyes you've ever seen. She clutched a colorful puzzle box tightly to her chest.
This is Kavya.
Dadi announced warmly.
Her family just moved here from Delhi.
I love building things too.
Kavya said as she noticed the blocks scattered across the floor. Arjun's whole face lit up like a Diwali lamp.
Really? Do you want to help us build our fort? Yes.
Kavya clapped her hands together with excitement.
I'm really good at figuring out how pieces fit together.
But something changed in that moment. Rohan took a step backward, and his smile faded, like the sun disappearing behind a cloud.
We don't need help.
He said quietly.
We've been building together for years.
But think about it.
Arjun said cheerfully, not noticing the hurt swimming in his best friend's eyes.
The more friends we have, the bigger the fort we can make.
Over the next few days, everything began to change. Kavya joined their games, and she was clever. Oh, so clever at solving problems. She made Arjun laugh with her funny stories about life in the big city of Delhi. But here's the thing. Each time Arjun included her, Rohan grew quieter and quieter and more distant. Now, there was an older boy named Vikram who lived on the next street. He had been watching all of this very carefully. One lunch break, he found Rohan sitting all alone under the neem tree.
Your best friend doesn't want to play with you anymore.
Vikram whispered, a mean grin spreading across his face.
I heard him telling Kavya that you're not smart enough for their new games.
Can you imagine how Rohan felt? His heart sank deep, deep down into his stomach.
That's not true.
Rohan stammered, but doubt was already creeping into his voice like a shadow.
Oh, but it is. I saw them whispering and laughing without you just yesterday. Face it, Rohan. Arjun has replaced you.
Those lies, those terrible, awful lies, planted seeds of jealousy in Rohan's mind. Seeds that would grow into something much worse. From that day on, Rohan started avoiding his best friend. He ate lunch alone. He walked home through different routes, winding through the twisting lanes of their neighborhood, just to avoid seeing Arjun and Kavya together. Poor Arjun was so confused. That evening, he found his grandmother sorting her colourful glass bangles in her special jewelry box.
Dadi, why won't Rohan talk to me?
He asked, his voice trembling with sadness. Dadi's wise old eyes looked at him kindly.
Sometimes, beta, when people feel scared of losing something precious, they push it away first. Have you asked Rohan what's troubling him?
He won't even look at me.
Arjun replied, a single tear rolling down his cheek. The breaking point came during the next week's heavy rain. Boom! Thunder crashed overhead as rain poured down in sheets. The community garden, where all the neighbors grew their vegetables, was flooding. The poor plants needed protection urgently.
I have an idea.
Arjun announced, jumping up with excitement.
We can build a shelter using bamboo and plastic sheets. Rohan, you're the absolute best at measuring things exactly. And Kavya, you can help us figure out all the tricky angles.
But Rohan's face turned as red as a ripe tomato. All his hurt and anger exploded out at once.
I don't want to help, and I don't want to be friends with someone who thinks I'm stupid and not good enough.
What?
Arjun stared in complete shock, his mouth hanging open.
I never said that.
Vikram told me everything. You and Kavya laugh at me behind my back. You don't need me anymore.
And with that, Rohan turned and ran through the pouring rain, leaving Arjun and Kavya standing there in stunned silence as water dripped from their hair. That evening, Dadi found Arjun crying in his room, his pillow wet with tears.
Tell me what happened, beta, she said gently, sitting beside him on the bed.
Through his sobs, Arjun explained everything. Rohan's terrible accusations and how confused and hurt he felt. Dadi listened carefully, nodding her head. Then she walked slowly to the window, overlooking the garden.
Do you see how the rain is washing away all the mud?
She asked in her wise voice.
Sometimes lies are like mud. They make everything dirty and messy until the truth comes to wash them clean.
But Dadi,
Arjun sniffled.
how do I clean away lies I didn't even know existed?
By being patient, my child, and showing your friend that actions speak much louder than words.
The next morning dawned bright and clear. The storm had passed, and Arjun had a plan. He and Kavya worked together to build the garden shelter, but, and this is important, they deliberately left space for one more person. When Rohan walked by, trying his best to pretend he didn't notice them, Arjun called out in his loudest voice.
This shelter won't work without Rohan. He's the only one who knows how to make the measurements absolutely perfect.
Rohan stopped in his tracks. His curiosity was stronger than his anger.
But Vikram said you think I'm not smart enough.
Kavya looked genuinely surprised.
Vikram! That's strange. He told me that you said I talk too much and should go back to Delhi.
Suddenly, like a lightning bolt, both boys realized what had really happened. They looked at each other with wide eyes, then turned to look at Vikram, who was lurking nearby with an extremely guilty expression on his face.
You lied to both of us.
Rohan exclaimed, his voice rising with understanding. But then something nobody expected happened. Instead of running away, Vikram just stood there. His face crumpled like paper, and tears, real genuine tears, started rolling down his cheeks.
I'm sorry. I just wanted friends too.
The three children stared at him in complete shock. This was not what they expected at all.
You wanted friends?
Kavya asked gently, her kind heart already softening. Vikram wiped his runny nose with his sleeve.
I see you three having so much fun together. I watch from my window every single day. My family moved here 6 months ago, and I don't know how to make friends like you do.
Arjun felt a strange mix swirling in his chest. Anger at what Vikram had done, but also sympathy for his loneliness.
So you decided to ruin our friendship instead?
I thought if you weren't friends anymore, maybe you'd want to be friends with me. I know it was wrong, but I didn't know what else to do. I'm not good at building things or solving puzzles. I just mess everything up.
Just then, Dadi appeared in the doorway. She had been quietly watching everything unfold.
Beta, have you ever tried simply asking to join their games?
Vikram shook his head sadly.
I thought they wouldn't want me.
The three friends looked at each other, having a silent conversation with their eyes. Then Rohan, brave Rohan, was the first to speak.
You know what? You're actually really good at noticing things about people. You knew exactly what would make me jealous.
That's true?
Arjun added thoughtfully.
That's actually a useful skill for friendship. You can tell when someone is feeling left out or hurt.
Kavya nodded enthusiastically.
And you could use that special skill to help people instead of hurt them.
For the first time, Vikram looked up with hope shining in his eyes.
Really? You think I could be good at friendship?
Everyone can learn to be a good friend,
Dadi said with a smile.
but it starts with being honest and kind.
And so, the four children sat together on Dadi's old wooden swing, and Vikram apologized properly to each of them. His words were sincere and came straight from his heart. Then, working as a team of four, they finished building the garden shelter. As they worked side by side, measuring, cutting, tying, and building, they discovered something amazing. Vikram was incredibly good at seeing problems before they happened. His watchful eyes helped to make their shelter even stronger.
Next time,
Rohan promised solemnly.
I'll ask you directly instead of believing rumors.
And I'll make sure you always know how important you are to me.
Arjun added, putting his hand on Rohan's shoulder.
And I'll try to help instead of hurt when I want to make friends.
Vikram said quietly, his voice full of determination.
We all will.
Kavya smiled brightly, putting her hand on Vikram's shoulder. That evening, as the sun painted the pink walls of Jaipur in golden light, Dadi watched the four children playing happily in the garden.
The best friendships
She told them with twinkling eyes.
are like the strongest buildings. They can weather any storm when they're built on a foundation of trust and honesty.
And you know what? The shelter they built protected the garden through many, many monsoons. Just like their friendship protected them through many challenges and adventures to come. From that day forward, whenever other children in their neighborhood faced friendship problems, they remembered the important lesson of the four friends who learned that sometimes, just sometimes, the person causing trouble is really just someone who needs a friend the most. Wow! What an incredible story about friendship, forgiveness, and second chances. Remember, dear listeners, just like Arjun, Rohan, Kavya, and Vikram learned, true friendship means being honest with each other, asking questions when we're confused, and sometimes giving people a second chance. And most importantly, when someone seems mean or difficult, they might just be feeling lonely and need a friend. This beautiful story has been brought to you by Once Upon a Storytime. If you love this adventure, remember to visit onceuponastorytime.in, where you can see gorgeous illustrations and read along with many more amazing stories from around the world. Until next time, keep reading, keep dreaming, and keep being the wonderful friend that you are. This is It's Storytime Kids saying, see you next time for another incredible adventure.